Kao što znate, ne treba mnogo govoriti o važnosti pregovaračkog procesa za vas koji se bavite privredom. 29 od 35 poglavlja, naime, direktno utiču na privredna pitanja. Mi kao Privredna komora Srbije imamo već 24, ako se ne varam, grupe, učestvujemo u 24 pregovaračke grupe. Nema važnijeg pitanja, čini mi se, i neće ga biti u narednim godinama, kada su naše aktivnosti u pitanju od toga da budemo partner u procesu pridruživanja Srbije Evropskoj uniji. Na kraju krajeva, privrednici su ti koji će živeti te propise, kompanije su te koje će morati da budu spremne za ulazak na jedno tržište koje je zaista veliko i koje ima svoje pravila i mora i svoju konkurentnost. I ukoliko ne budemo spremni, mislim da nije samo privreda na gubitku, nego i celo društvo na gubitku. Od ranijih procesa proširenja mislim da smo naučili neke lekcije i čini mi se da i vlada Srbije tako postavlja i svoju politiku, a to je da ukoliko u Evropsku uniju uđemo nepripremljeni, ukoliko naše kompanije nisu direktno uključene u ono što će se dešavati i pripremljene za ono što će se dešavati posle ulaska u Evropsku uniju, najviše štete pretrpećemo mi sami, dakle, naša privreda. I zato mislim da ćemo mnogo više raditi u narednim mesecima i narednim godinama na tome da ne samo upoznajemo privredu sa onima šta su efekti pregovaranja, kakvi su efekti propisa, šta su ti novi propisi, šta je ono što moramo da unesemo u svoje regulativne okvire, nego zaista da pokušamo i da uspemo u tome da uključimo privredu u pregovarački proces.
It's clear that the European Union is by far and away the major investment and trading partner for Serbia. That, if anything, has intensified over the last couple of years, so that the proportion of foreign investment coming to Serbia from member states, from businesses, I should stress. Sometimes we say that the investment comes from member states, but it's important to recognize it's from businesses in member states. We see getting between 75 and 80% of investment coming from businesses in EU countries. And I think huge proportion of the potential investment in the future for Serbia will also be coming from businesses in the EU. Equally, when it comes to Serbia's trade, the partnership with the EU is fundamental, and the way in which Serbian business has managed to derive benefit from the Stabilization and Association Agreement over the last 2 years, I think has shown what can be done and what can be achieved. So we very much look forward to continuing very close cooperation, collaboration with the Chamber. Is that I think very often there is a misunderstanding about the nature of the reforms that need to be undertaken by Serbia as a candidate country, and a misunderstanding of the really important influence that political reforms, so-called political reforms, can have on the economic prospects of this country. This is something which repeatedly comes up in the discussions that we have also with some of your counterparts, associations across town, the Foreign Investors Council, for example. When I talk to potential investors in Serbia, as I frequently do and used to do even more intensively as UK ambassador, potential investors are interested not just in the immediate incentives, for example, for a particular transaction. We are also, and this is something else that I wanted to say, as we've presented this report this year, we are at a really important turning point for Serbia on the accession track, because, as I said this morning, within literally 2 or 3 weeks, Serbia will be opening those first chapters in the negotiations, and this is what we've been expecting. It's the result of a huge amount of hard work on Serbia's part, and also, I have to say, a considerable amount of determination on the part of the European Commission. I think this does open a new phase. We spoke about a new phase 2 years ago when Serbia opened the negotiations formally, but I think opening these first chapters really does offer a new momentum in your accession process, and we are here to support that. I mean, our mandate as a delegation is to support Serbia on that path and in meeting the expectations on the one side of the European Commission, but it's not just the European Commission, it is also member states that ultimately drive this, but also the expectations, legitimate expectations of citizens when it comes to this. So the report, I think, is as always, I think it's a very balanced report. I think it highlights significant progress in a number of areas. What I'm sure you will have seen this year is that it also is much more specific in the recommendations that it gives. This reflects partly the stage that Serbia is now at in the accession process. It also reflects a new approach by the Commission across the board of all the reports on accession countries to be more specific, not just on the specifically economic criteria, but also, for example, in areas such as judicial reform or the fight against corruption. So our joint task with the Serbian government, but also with stakeholders such as yourselves, is going to be to take those recommendations forward, because these are serious recommendations which require action, and that requires coordination and determination.